Well, good morning. Doing something again a little different here, trying to bring you a little bit more variety in my videos. We're going to do a review today. I got this controller. It's not sponsored by anybody. I actually bought this with my own money. Um, it's by Binbok. So I have a lot of controllers as a collector. I do like controllers that are pretty cool and unique. Um, this one is one of those, at least as far as I'm concerned. I love lights. I love stuff that's totally different. And this one actually is pretty slick. So it's the Binbok Gemini. Um, it is the Switch Pro controller. I believe you could probably use this for other consoles as well with an adapter. Um, let's take a look around the box. Not really much on the box here. You can see here um, just a feature panel in the back. I got the black one. So let's open it up and have a look. You'll have to excuse me, this is my first review, so it's going to be a little probably choppy. My apologies. So in the box, it's a pretty plain brown box. Looks like we've got the controller. We also have, of course, a charging cable. Excuse me for the light. Charging cable, which we'll take out of the container. And, of course, the manual, which I always love manuals from Chinese-made controllers because the English is always atrocious. But it's funny. Just the translation thing. And it's always worth a good laugh, if nothing else. Let's get into it. So I apologize in advance. I'm not one of those people that make videos with high energy. I'm pretty much low key. So you're not going to hear me screaming and shouting and yelling and trying to sound overly excited about something that I'm not really super excited about. So manual is pretty simple. It's just talks about the lighting. It's got RGB lighting, which is pretty cool. I like that. There's vibrating lights. That's interesting. I've never heard that before. There's a mode change. There's a brightness adjustment. There's definitely button mapping. There's turbo buttons, which is pretty cool. We'll talk about that in a little bit as well. And of course, there's a bunch of marketing stuff. Again, this is not sponsored by Binbok. I bought this off Amazon, and I thought it was a pretty cool thing. So let's get into it here. Of course, in the package, we also have charging cable, which I mentioned earlier. I believe this is USB-C. To make it impossible to open. So I'll take a look here real quick. Yes, this is a USB-A to USB-C. Pretty standard. Nice thick cable, though I like that. It would be nice if it was a braided cable. They seem to last a lot longer. Of course, the controller. Now, I'm hoping this is actually charged. If not, we're not going to see much. We might have to come back to it. So this is, of course, got a little plastic seal. Bad weld on it, I guess you call it. Let's open this up. I didn't pre-open this before, so we're doing this all live on camera. So, of course, we've got the controller, right? It's got the plastic. Oh, yeah, there we go. Taking it right off. Okay, excellent job. So this controller is pretty standard. One thing I notice here, of course, is the buttons have a texture. Now, you can see on the light here, the buttons just aren't flat. They have a little bit of texture to them, which is pretty nice. They are clicky. You can hear that hopefully in the camera. The D-pad is tactile, so it's definitely a tactile D-pad. You can hear the clicking. It's definitely not a regular, just what I call a plus D-pad. It's more of an Xbox style D-pad where it's a circle with just the imprint of the D-pad inside. I'm not sure how that's going to do over time. You hear the buttons here too. They have definitely a Switch Pro controller clicking sound. Pretty standard. I guess it's better than hearing a tactile button. And same thing with the shoulder buttons as well. Both the ZR and the R, and same thing with the L and the ZL buttons are very clicky as well. In the back we have a sync button, which I guess turns it on as well. You can see that, plus the charging port USB-C, which is excellent. There are your standard buttons here. You got your home button, you got your plus button, minus button. We're going to turn this on, hopefully. Maybe it's not even charged, and I figured that would be, there it goes. Look at that. That's pretty cool. So, RGB lighting. I believe we could change the lighting pattern. I'm going to see if there's a way to do that. I know there's a way to change the lighting colors. Right now it's just going all sorts of colors here. That shuts it off. hardly up, turns it back on again. Let's see what we could do to make the colors change a little bit here. Nope. Nope. Okay, well, you can see the sync button is moving here. That also is trying to sync with the console, which I don't have turned on right now. Also a nice feature too, and I'm impressed by this, is that they actually have a clear, some people have said that it's not, they don't like to see this, all this clear plastic in the front, but the fact that you could see what they call the high definition rumble, HD rumble, the motors you could see in the camera here are right there for you to see, and you can actually see them moving as you're playing the game. Again, I think it's a pretty cool thing. It's a gimmicky, yes, I get it, but pretty cool nonetheless, right? So let's turn it over. In the back, we actually have mappable buttons as well. So we do have some buttons in the back. We'll allow you to map them to different functions. There's also, it looks like you can, there's a switch in the back as well, which allows you to also sync with different consoles as well. So there's the M button, which I believe, oh, so here's the lighting button. Okay, so the lighting button is in the back. Let's turn it back on again. Sorry about that. So I think the lighting button will actually allow you to change. Oh. Hold the button down while it change colors. Okay, so as you can see here, we're going to cycle through the colors again. There's the magenta, back to the rainbow color, I would call it. It's a nice heavy controller. I don't feel it's artificially weighted to make it feel more substantial than it is. A lot of controllers put those weights inside. Again, having the actual 2 rumble motors in each hand definitely adds some weight, and that's not a artificial weight, it's functional weight. Let's compare it to the actual Nintendo Pro Controller for a second. Okay, so let's talk about the Pro Controller and the real and the Binbok. So if you look at size-wise in the camera, they are pretty much almost identical. And what I like about the Binbok controller is that the actual ZR and ZX actually have a little bit more of an inflection point in the triggers. You can see here, there's a little bit more play, which I do like. Again, pretty much the button layout is the same as expected, right? As you know, the Pro Controller does not have any buttons on the back. So overall, and this controller, after discounts and gift card, only cost me $29. How will it last overall going forward? I don't know, but it's a pretty slick controller. I would recommend you have a look. It's on Amazon, and I will put the link below. I'm not putting any affiliate links. I'm not looking to make any money, but if you're interested in a cool controller, it's got RGB lighting, and it's got a good weight, and it's I feel it designed pretty well. Have a look at the Binbok Genesis controller. Thanks for watching.